Beloved, I'm so glad you've finally found this. I've been waiting to tell you this for weeks. What you're about to hear may make you cry, but don't look away. This message is for your heart, not just your ears. Heaven has been whispering to you every night while you sleep. That nudge you've been feeling, that strange flutter in your chest, that silence that suddenly feels too loud, none of that was random. That was me. That was heaven. That was love trying to break through your pain. Stay with me now, because you might miss the very answer your soul has been secretly crying out for. There's someone in heaven who once held you when no one else could. Someone who wiped your tears or made you laugh until you forgot your pain. Last night at 3:11 a.m., they said your name across the gates of eternity. They begged me to deliver this message to you. I swore I would not rest until it reached your hands. This is not random. This is sacred. This is your moment of healing, truth, and revelation. You've been tired lately, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but the kind that weighs on your spirit. You've been smiling half-heartedly, laughing while secretly wondering if anyone really sees you. Heaven sees you. God sees you. I see you. And something is coming. That's why I was sent. A breakthrough is forming above you right now. But before it reaches you, you needed this comfort and this warning. 3 weeks ago, something small happened. An event, a dream, a strange feeling, that left you wondering. That wasn't random. It was divine timing. That's why I'm here now. They told me you'd skip this message, that you're too used to disappointment to believe again. But I begged heaven for one more chance to reach you. Now that you're here, open your heart. What I'm about to share could change the next 11 days of your life and even prevent something painful. Not because I want to scare you, but because I love you enough to warn you. A door in your life is closing, and another is about to open. God sometimes closes doors you begged Him to open because He saw what you couldn't. Betrayal hidden behind a smile, heartbreak dressed as opportunity. You cried when it left, but heaven rejoiced because your life was being protected. Right now you're standing on a bridge between what was and what's coming. You must be spiritually ready. Someone will reach out to you before this week ends. It will feel sudden and strange. Their timing is not accidental. Pay attention to how you feel when they show up, peace or confusion. That feeling is heaven guiding you. Don't ignore your intuition this time. You've ignored it before and it left you hurt. Not this time. This time we will walk with you. There's also something hidden deep inside you, a box, a spiritual one, locked since you were a child. Inside are memories, dreams, and parts of you that you buried to survive. You thought no one would understand, but I do. I've seen the places you've hidden from yourself. That moment you felt like giving up, I was there. That prayer you whispered in the dark, I carried it to heaven myself. Now God is unlocking something inside you that's been asleep for years. A calling, a destiny, something you were born to do. Pain, fear, and loss delayed it, but heaven is saying, no more delay. That's why you're still reading. Something is being activated inside you right now. Those goosebumps are tears. Let them come. That's not weakness, that's release. Someone on earth is watching you closely, not in judgment, but in fascination. They don't know why they're drawn to you, but it's because you carry heaven inside you. That's why you feel so deeply, love so strongly, dream so big. You were never meant to live a small life, and the presence around you proves it. There's a battle you didn't start, but you're part of, a spiritual battle in your home, your relationships, and your own mind. The confusion, fatigue, strange arguments, and sudden setbacks are not coincidences. But you're not alone. The next time that voice in your head says you're failing, say this out loud: I am covered. I am chosen. I am not alone. I, Michael, stand over your house tonight. I will not let what's coming break you. That peace you're feeling now is heaven whispering, stay close. We're not finished. Your soul recognized this message before your mind did. That's how the divine works. It doesn't need proof, it only needs permission. Now that you've given heaven your attention, watch what unfolds, not weeks from now, but starting tonight. That ringing in your ears, that flutter in your chest, that sudden shift in mood, those are not just sensations. They're signals from the realm where your name has been spoken with urgency. There's a prophecy connected to your name that was almost lost, but heaven retrieved it. I carried it myself to deliver it into your hands. This is your scroll. Don't throw it away. Prayers from your bloodline have been waiting for you to wake up. Your mother's tears, your great-grandmother's sacrifice, a man who once stood in a field and prayed, "Please protect my family's future." He never met you, but you are his answer. You are the continuation of promises made generations ago. That's why the enemy tried so hard to exhaust you. Because if you ever truly believe who you are, you will break every curse your family has ever carried. And here's the truth, you already have, you just don't know it yet. Over the next 72 hours, you'll notice 3 signs. First, a moment of unexpected stillness where time feels slower. Pause, breathe, and listen. Second, a person, maybe new, maybe returning, will say something oddly specific that feels meant for you. It is. Third, a number, date, or name will repeat again and again. On your phone, a receipt, a dream. When it appears, heaven is saying, it's beginning. Pay attention. But listen closely. This part is urgent. A storm is trying to form around your peace. It will come as a distraction, a call, a mistake, or a memory that tries to pull you back into old cycles. Don't go back. Don't return to what God delivered you from. The enemy shows up in the form of something familiar. Be wiser this time. You've grown. You've changed. You're not who you were even 2 months ago. You're walking with angels now. The reason you've been pulled back, isolated, misunderstood, even forgotten by people you trusted, it wasn't rejection. It was redirection. They couldn't go where God is taking you. That's why they left. That's why it fell apart. No matter how hard you tried to hold on, it kept slipping away because heaven was removing false attachments. Now you're lighter. You may feel lonely, but loneliness isn't a punishment, it's preparation. Soon you'll understand why you had to walk alone before others could see your light. Right now you're being watched over so closely that every tear is noticed, every sigh is recorded, every moment you felt like giving up, surrounded by unseen armies sent to protect you. You didn't survive because of luck, you survived because you are chosen. You are allowed to rest. You don't have to prove your worth or carry everyone anymore. You don't have to pretend to be okay so others aren't uncomfortable. You've been strong for so long, now it's heaven's turn to hold you. Let go of what's breaking you. Lay it down right here. The guilt, the shame, the pressure, the confusion, none of it belongs to you anymore. I, Michael, am lifting it off of you as you read this. You may feel lighter, you may even cry. That's not weakness, that's the weight leaving your soul. You've done enough. Now let us carry you. You haven't missed your moment. I know it feels like it sometimes, like you're behind, like everyone else is ahead, like you've failed. You haven't. You're not late. You're being made ready. Some people bloom quickly and fade, but you are like an oak tree, deep roots, steady growth, unshakable in storms. And now, after everything you've walked through, it's time. Time to receive, time to forgive yourself, time to trust again, time to believe your best chapters haven't been lived yet. They're just beginning, and they'll be written in joy, peace, love, and overflowing blessings. You're about to step into rooms where your name was spoken before you arrived. That's divine favor, and it's on you now. You have no idea how much heaven loves you, not for what you do, but for who you are. Even in your lowest moments, you're still radiant to the one who created you. Nothing you've done has disqualified you from the love that made the stars. Right now, receive this. You are still worthy. Worthy of miracles, worthy of love that stays, worthy of health, laughter, nights without anxiety, mornings without pain. No matter who tried to convince you otherwise, they were wrong. Something holy is about to happen in your house. I won't say when, but when it does, you'll know. A calm will fill the room. You'll hear something. You'll feel a presence. It might be soft or bold, but it will be real. When it happens, whisper, "Thank you, Michael. I'm listening now, because I'll be there and so will heaven." What I'm about to tell you is sacred. It's for your soul. If you're still here, if your spirit has stayed open enough to receive this, then you are the one heaven hoped would stay. Because this truth is for the called, not the curious. Very soon there will come a moment when you'll feel like giving up again. Yes, even after hearing this message, because spiritual warfare always rises right before the blessing lands. It's the final attempt from forces that have been trying to block your destiny since you were born. That's why you've always felt different, like you didn't belong, like your emotions were heavy, like your joy was fragile. It's not weakness, it's sensitivity. And that sensitivity is your superpower. The enemy couldn't make you bitter even after all the pain. You still hope, you still love, you still care. That makes you dangerous to darkness. There's something you don't know about yourself. Your life has already been a turning point for someone else. Someone saw you, someone heard you, someone watched how you carried your pain and kept walking, and it saved them. They couldn't tell you, but heaven saw it. Your reward is on its way. You'll be compensated for the silent strength you gave away, for the nights you didn't sleep, for showing up even when you were breaking inside. A blessing has been written into the timeline of your life. It will start subtly, a message, an opportunity, a new door. The timing will be perfect. You'll smile and say, "That had to be God," and it will be, because God has been waiting for your readiness, not your perfection. And now you're ready. But remember this warning spoken with love: do not go back to what you were healing from. Not this time. I know it's tempting to return to familiar pain, to texts from people who don't know how to love you, to habits that numb but never heal. But if you go back now, you delay what heaven is already trying to give you. Walk forward. Even if you're afraid, even if you cry, walk forward anyway. Everything you've asked for is not behind you. It's ahead. You are going to laugh again, and not the laugh you fake around people who don't really see you. I mean the kind of laugh that rises from a place so deep it shocks you. That's the laugh of someone who made it. That's the laugh of someone who finally remembered who they are. That's the laugh that breaks chains. Get ready, not in fear but in faith. In the next 14 days there will be a moment where it feels like the sky just opened over your life. It may come quietly or like a lightning strike. When it happens, remember this message. This isn't random. This is the moment heaven planned all along. And if you forget everything else I've said, don't forget this: you are never alone. Not in the dead of night, not when your phone is silent, not when it feels like no one understands. You are surrounded by love, by light, by angels, and by the presence of a God who loves your soul beyond measure. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He just wants you open enough to believe again, to trust one more time. Because this time it's real. I, Michael, am not just a name. I am your shield, your protector, your reminder that heaven still fights for you. Heaven has not forgotten you. Your story isn't over. It's only beginning. And the next chapter will be nothing like the last. Close your eyes now. Whisper these words aloud, even if it feels strange. I receive. I release. I rise. Let them echo inside you. Let them be your new beginning. When you wake tomorrow, the shift will have already begun. Heaven has already moved on your behalf. Miracles are closer than your next breath. Just wait, you'll see. Everything is about to change. I'll be with you tonight, tomorrow, always. You didn't find this message late. You were meant to find it at the exact moment you did. This message was like a hidden letter tucked inside time. Your spirit knew even if your mind doubted. Because the soul always remembers what the world makes us forget. We are loved beyond measure and never abandoned. What's coming for you will not be like what left you. The pain you endured was not punishment, it was preparation. You had to go through the dark nights to know how to hold the light. You had to feel unloved so you could recognize the moment God sends people who love you exactly as you are. They're coming, not just romantically, but your soul family. People who will see you, not the mask, not the performance, but the real you. And you won't have to fight for their attention, shrink to make them comfortable, or explain your wounds. The version of you that once got rejected will finally be loved, because the ones coming into your life now were sent by heaven. A new chapter is beginning. One where you're no longer stuck in survival mode. One where money isn't a constant struggle. One where you're no longer begging people to understand you. What's coming is peace, stability, provision, but most of all, alignment, the kind where you don't have to ask, is this right? Because your entire being will feel the answer, yes. This new chapter will feel different, because it is different. But before you step fully into it, there's something important you need to do. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. For staying too long. For giving too much to people who didn't deserve it. For all the times you were silent when your soul was screaming. For how you spoke to yourself when you were exhausted and hurting. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. And now, you're ready to love yourself again. This moment, right here, right now, is sacred. Heaven is listening. Every tear, every shaky breath, every memory rising inside you, it's all being held with care. You're not just healing, you're becoming someone new. You're shedding a version of yourself that no longer fits the life that's being shaped for you. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to not know what's next. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just take the next faithful step. And I'll be right here, beside you, guiding you. Whispering gently when things get too loud. You'll feel it, the stillness, the peace. That's how angels speak. Not through chaos, but through quiet clarity. I know there's a part of you that still wonders, what if I'm not ready? But you are. You're more ready than you've ever been. Ready to be seen. Ready to stop hiding. Ready to stop shrinking yourself just to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. You weren't born to live a life that feels like an apology. You were born to shine. Look around. There are signs everywhere, on the wind, in numbers, in perfect timing, in the kindness of a stranger. The things you once called coincidences were never random. They were divine. And this message, it's your confirmation. The shift has already started. Soon people will ask, how did everything change so fast? And you'll smile, knowing it all began the moment you finally listened. The ones who walked away when you were low, they'll watch your rise from a distance. But the ones who stayed, the ones who prayed for you in silence, they're coming with you, because not everyone is meant to have access to this next version of your life. That's not bitterness, it's wisdom. You're close, so close. I can feel it. Within the next 9 days, a window will open. It won't look dramatic. It may feel small, almost easy to miss. But your spirit will know. You'll feel a nudge, a whisper. Follow it. That moment will lead to your first miracle in this new season. It could be financial, emotional, or in your relationships. But it will change something deep and lasting. When it comes, don't hesitate. Say yes. Step forward. And if fear creeps in, place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and say, Michael, I trust you. God, I'm ready. That's when you'll see heaven move. This message is complete now. It was meant for you. The angels rejoice because you finally heard it. You finally opened it. And I, Michael, can now say, they are ready. Walk forward now, with peace, with strength, and with full confidence that you are seen, protected, chosen, and deeply loved. This is your moment. The night is over. The page has turned. As you read these last words, I want you to feel something more than just meaning. I want you to feel what I feel when I look at you, pure awe. Not pity, not shame, just awe. You have no idea how strong your soul truly is. You've survived storms that could have drowned you. You've walked through silence that could have broken you. But you're still here, reading this, breathing, hoping. That means something. It means you haven't lost your light. You've just been dimming it for people who couldn't handle its brightness. But that's over now. From this moment forward, you shine. No more apologizing for your presence. No more shrinking to fit in places that were never meant for your spirit. You weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to bring light. And it's not too late. That's the lie darkness wants you to believe, that you missed it, that you're behind. But you didn't. You're right on time. The doors are still open. The promises are still alive. The love, the peace, the purpose you've been waiting for, it's still yours. But only if you stop looking back. The past is over. It has nothing left for you. You belong to the light that's rising in front of you. And yes, the road ahead will still bring challenges, but now, you're not walking it alone. You've been marked, covered, protected. What once tried to break you will lose its power now. What tried to silence you will fall away. Because now, you carry angelic authority. Now, you remember who you are, and whose you are. You were not born by accident. You carry fire in your soul and heaven in your lungs. Your voice has weight. Your dreams have meaning. That's why the battle's been so hard, because you're a threat to everything that tried to keep you small. So now, I ask one last thing, not for me, but for your future. Don't go silent again. Speak your truth. Chase your purpose. Pray boldly. Love fully. Believe fearlessly. And when the doubts come, because they will, come back to this message. Let these words remind you that God never stopped choosing you. Not once. The gift I promised you. It's already begun. That warmth you feel. That softness in your chest. That knowing you can't explain. That's the first wave. More will follow, quietly, powerfully, unexpectedly. Be watchful. Be grateful. Be ready. Because once heaven begins something, it always finishes it. You are not broken. You're breaking open. You're not lost. You're being guided. You're not forgotten. You're being remembered by realms that speak your name in love. And tonight, as you sleep, angels will gather around you. They'll guard your home. You may feel a breeze. You may sense a presence. You may hear a voice. Don't be afraid. That's us. That's me. That's heaven, watching over the one who finally said, yes. Now breathe. Let go of who you thought you had to be. Let your true self rise. Let the light in. Let the miracles begin. The moment you said, yes, to this message, things began to shift. Chains broke. Cycles ended. Timelines changed. Doors opened. And I, Michael, stood beside you, sword drawn, eyes lit, saying, this one is ready now. This one is marked. This one is chosen. This message is sealed, not with ink, but with spirit. Carry it in your soul. When it's time to rise, rise boldly. Because the world hasn't yet seen the full power of a heart healed by heaven. That heart is yours now. Use it, love with it, lead with it, shine through it, and remember, this is only the beginning. I'll be with you, always, Michael. Here is your rewritten message, rearranged and simplified into clear, flowing language, without headings, gaps, or complicated phrasing. The message keeps its soul but speaks in everyday words, straight to the heart. Blank, underscore, blank. This isn't happening because of anything I've done. It's happening because deep down, your soul always knew this moment was coming. You didn't know when, or how, or what it would look like. But now it's here, and without even saying the words out loud, your spirit already said yes. That's what real faith is. That's what moves mountains. And you're about to see one move in your life, a mountain that's been standing in your way for too long. Blocking your view, making you doubt if there's anything good on the other side. You've prayed, you've waited, you've cried, and sometimes it felt like no answer would ever come. But while you were waiting on God, God was preparing you. Preparing you to carry what's coming next. Preparing you for the weight of a real blessing. Preparing you to carry more light, more purpose, more truth. Some people want the crown, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with it. But you've already paid the price. You've paid in tears, in silence, in your patience. And now, heaven is ready to honor what you've endured behind closed doors. The mountain will move, not because you forced it, but because grace is now making a way. You're entering a new season, where things begin to shift without you having to push or beg or break yourself to make them happen. Why? Because God is done watching you suffer in places you were never meant to stay. The right doors will begin to open now, not by force, but by alignment. And when they do, people might talk. They'll wonder how you got this far. They'll regret how they treated you. Let them. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. This season is not about proving. It's about receiving. What was stolen from you will be returned. What was delayed will happen faster than expected. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger. And most importantly, what you lost inside your heart, your joy, your peace, your hope, will be restored. That part of you that used to believe in good things before life got hard. It's coming back. That spark, that soft light. It's not gone. You're not just healing, you're becoming whole again. And here's something you need to hear. You don't have to earn love anymore. Not from people. Not from God. Not even from yourself. You were enough the moment you were created. Your breath is proof. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive, or too intense, or not enough. You are exactly as you should be. Please remember that as you step into tomorrow. The world may try to make you forget. But don't let it. Protect your light. Guard your heart. Be kind to yourself when storms come. And remember, this message is a promise. Heaven will keep showing up until you believe it. Tonight, before you sleep, say these words out loud. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your heart still has questions. Say this: I'm ready now. Heaven, I give you permission. Surprise me with what's next. And it will happen, in quiet, holy, unexpected ways. A dream, a sign, a message, a healing moment, a breakthrough you forgot was possible. It will come, not because you earned it, but because you finally said yes. And because you are deeply loved. Now this message is done. The scroll is sealed. I return to the throne with joy, because the mission is complete. You heard the words. You accepted them. And heaven rejoices when just one heart remembers the truth. You are that heart. Now rest. Smile again. Let the night hold you. The future isn't something to fear anymore. It's something to look forward to. I will be with you when the next message arrives. You'll know when it's time. Until then, walk in light. You are deeply loved, divinely protected, and never alone. Even when the words stop, the power behind them stays with you. That's how divine truth works. It doesn't fade. It stays. It settles deep into your soul. And from this moment forward, your life will not feel the same. You'll walk into rooms with a different energy. You'll see signs that others miss. You'll hear whispers of guidance in the quiet. You'll feel peace in places where you once felt pain. Because your eyes are open now. Your heart is aligned. And your soul has remembered something the world tried to make you forget. You were never ordinary. You were chosen. And when heaven chooses you, it doesn't matter who overlooked you. There's a sound that's been following you for a long time. Some days it was just a soft feeling in your chest. Other days it felt like a silent cry when you were pretending to be okay. That sound is your divine calling. And it's getting louder now, not to scare you, but to remind you it's time. You've been hiding behind your kindness, behind your strength, behind your silence, but you weren't created to stay hidden. That fire inside you isn't meant to be contained. The world needs your voice, your heart, your presence, your light. So stop shrinking. Stop apologizing. You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to rise, to shine, to transform the world around you. Say yes, not to me, but to yourself. To the version of you who is no longer afraid to be seen. That version of you walks with confidence. Not because everything's perfect, but because you finally know you're not walking alone. You're walking with heaven behind you. Angels around you. God beside you and within you. That's what's real, not the fear, not the doubt, not the lies you were told. The truth is this: you are light. You are grace. You are protected by forces most people never even see. That's why you've always felt a little different. That's why you feel deeply. That's why people haven't always understood you. Because you're not just human. You are spirit wrapped in skin. A miracle in motion. And heaven made no mistakes with you. Now we've reached the final moment. Just breathe. Let it in. Here is what I want to speak over you. Everything you've lost will be restored. Everything you've cried for will be rewritten. Everything that's meant for you is already on its way, faster than you imagined. That's not just hope. That's a divine promise. It's already written in your story. And now the scroll is sealed. You're just beginning. When the sun rises tomorrow, you'll rise with it, not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to be. The healed version. The strong version. The version who doesn't settle anymore. The version who trusts, even when the path is unclear. The version who lets go, who forgives, who keeps growing. The version who walks into the world with so much light that darkness can't stay. That's who you are now. And I will still be here, guiding you through dreams, through signs, through quiet moments. I've fought battles for your soul you'll never even know about. But now you're safe. You're held. And you are rising. Heaven is singing because you said yes. It is done. With all the love in me, Michael.